my God, my heart is racing. Hi, people of the interwebs. It's your favorite abandoned warehouse, Sarah here, with another car review. And this is the 2020 Chevy Camaro SS. I've been waiting to get one of these to do a review for you guys because I've had two Mustangs, actually 3 Mustangs now on this channel, but never a Camaro. So it's about time I even the playing field up with this guy. Much like Sonic the Hedgehog for 2020, the Chevy Camaro got its face redone. No longer does it have the black beam in the center of the front bumper. It is now body color matched, as well as the bow tie is up in the grille area. I will say this though, I think it's time that the Camaro gets a ground up redesign all over. It's still loosely based on that throwback retro redesign they did for the first Transformers movie. And I personally would like to see something all new that doesn't resemble something from the past in any way. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. The 2SS Camaro comes with these staggered silver 20-inch wheels. They're 8.5 width in the front, 9.5 in the rear, wrapped in 245/40 and 275/35 Goodyear Eagle F1s. The brakes are 4-piston Brembos in the front, as well as 4-piston Brembos in the rear. As far as the rear end goes, there's no mistaking this thing for anything other than a Camaro in the rear end. I'm a big fan of these taillights. They're clear when they're off, but when they're on, they illuminate red because they're a taillight, and that's what taillights do. And this is equipped with the dual mode exhaust, which you'll hear in a second. And I also like the rear spoiler on here. It's not just a little lip spoiler, it's actually got some rise to it. Pop in the trunk, please. Danke. That is a deep trunk. Deep. That is seriously impressive for being a sports car. Really big trunk. Never have I ever seen a backup camera built into a shark fin antenna on a car before until the Camaro. That is creative. I like that. Moving to the interior, you guys know I roll. I'm gonna keep it short, sweet, and to the simple, and point out to my physical observations from sitting inside this thing, which I am right now. Starting with these seats. Bolstering is a huge letdown. For this being a performance car, the seats aren't very performance oriented. They swallow your butt up like an old sofa. They're extremely comfortable. Oh my. They're heated and ventilated, as well as the steering wheel is heated. Oh. Luckily, there is a Recaro option for the seats in here, which I highly recommend, even though I've never sat in one before. Oof. Now, this does have an optional ceramic white leather package, which is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, it's a white interior and that could get dirty fast, but it's only the center of the seat surface and the door cards. This is the back seat of a Camaro. For the 2SS starting at 42 grand, there's an impressive amount of tech in this car. It has heads-up display, it has safety features that matter, like the rear cross traffic, blind spot monitoring, but it doesn't have lane keep assist, what I'm thankful for, because I absolutely cannot stand that safety feature. It just makes for lazy drivers. I'm not even gonna try to put the front seat back. It's pointless. The HVAC controls in this car have to be one of my favorites in any car ever. The vents in the center are also the dial to make it cooler or hotter. You turn the outer ring. It's really clever. I like this. Why do I do stuff like this? Up above that is the touchscreen display for your infotainment system. It has a really nice interface in there, and that's something I give GM credit for. Their interfaces on their infotainment systems are some of the easiest to use, I find. One criticism though is the screen is tilted the top further back. It makes it weird to try to see while you're driving, I've noticed, unless you're super short. There's a really soft cubby hole back here. And it's like memory gel if you touch the inside of it. In the past, I haven't been a huge fan of Bose sound systems in vehicles, but the Camaro changed my mind on it. The sound system in here is bueno. The center console lid is the shape of a piece of steak, and there's enough room in there for some cords. No penguins though. Now that I'm done making bad life decisions, I'm going to get out of this thing somehow. Ooh, seatbelt's a little bit difficult to reach. They should make one of those little robotic arms that feeds it to you. That'd be a nice feature to have. All right, let's let this thing rip. This Camaro is equipped with the dual mode exhaust. Highly recommend it because there's no need to get an aftermarket exhaust system if you have one of these. It's loud enough in track mode on cold start to wake up everyone sleeping within a 2-block radius of your house. It's loud. And you can also make it quiet when you put it in stealth mode. I'm not gonna go over everything that is in the gauges on this car. It would take 10 minutes just to do that, but there is a ton of tech packed into here. For instance, when you go into the performance menu, it has everything from every fluid temperature you're possibly gonna need to monitor, even down to tire temperature. There's so much to mess with here. And speaking of things to mess with, one of my favorite features in here, and a lot of other cars have this too, it has the ambient lights and the door cards, as well as this little halo above your infotainment screen that you can change to different colors. They also have blends of colors, and you can make them set to your different modes in the center. So whether you have it into touring, sport, track, or snow and ice, the colors will adjust according to what mode you have it in. Enough yapping though, it's time to get this thing going. In the name of science, I shall now give it the beans. I'm going to put it into track mode and also double tap my traction control, which puts it into ESC competitive mode. And that allows me to enable launch control. There's a bunch of settings for launch control. I'm gonna leave it in automatic mode because computers are smarter than I am. Ready? Lightweight hood, and it's got hood struts. Good job, Chevy. Functional hood vents, thus a dirty engine bay. It's a trade-off. Hello, and welcome to Garage Science with Sarah. I think this is the first time I've had a Camaro in my garage before, and the first time I reviewed one on this channel. So far, so good. Powering this 2020 Chevrolet Camaro is a 6.2 liter all aluminum naturally aspirated pushrod V8 that produces 455 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 455 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. Square horse and torque number. I don't know why, but I appreciate that whenever I see a car that's squared off, same torque and horse. That is a girthy intake. Oh man. If you're unfamiliar with this newer LT1 engine, it does have variable valve timing, direct injection, and cylinder deactivation management only on the automatic transmission version, which this one has. All right, it's time for the braking test. No one behind me? See how these 4-pot Brembos do. Oh, okay. Yep, that's quick braking. Hi, I'm back again. The drivetrain found in this Camaro SS is the 10L80 10-speed automatic transmission, which I feel you can't go wrong either way if you get this 10-speed auto or the 6-speed manual. The sounds that come out of this thing with the torque management tune in the transmission when you bang off gears, it kind of sounds like a dual clutch transmission with the DSG farts, except this is a 10-speed auto with a torque converter. It sounds bueno paired with this LT1 V8. Okay, brakes are good. I love the burble tune that this thing has built into the ECU. When you let off the throttle right around 3,500 RPM to 4,000, there's burbles and pops on decel. a bit of grip out of these Eagle F1s. Oh my God, my heart is racing. Oh. I don't understand the need for CVT transmissions when you can have a 10-speed auto. I mean, this thing, when you're just giving it partial throttle, like quarter throttle, it shifts like every 200 or 300 RPM. It's just like a CVT, except doesn't suck because you can romp on it and do stuff like this. This thing is just under 3,700 pounds, so I wouldn't call it a scalpel on a back road. It's more like a meat cleaver. It'll hack the shit out of the corners to get the job done, but it still gets the job done and does it well and fun at that. As far as normal driving goes, my biggest complaint, and it's kind of a big one, is the excessive amount of road noise inside this Camaro. It's kind of bad. However, the car has a lot of pros. The fact that a pushrod V8 that makes 455 horsepower can get 27 miles per gallon on the highway is phenomenal. I've been averaging 20 miles per gallon over the past week of driving this, and of course it's a car review, so I stop a lot for filming, I let it idle a lot, and I give it the beans quite often because, well, that's just me. That has nothing to do with car review. As far as its competitors go, it's got a huge one-up over Ford right now with the LT1 trim package. It's a bare bones V8 manual transmission Camaro for $34,000 and change. That's a steal. Overall, call me impressed with the Camaro. So if you guys have never seen one of my car reviews before, I have multiple categories to rate and assess vehicles. Starting with the bean score, it is assessment of 1 to 5 legumes based on a vehicle's straight line performance, off of the feeling you get in your gut when you give it the beans. This 2020 Camaro SS with a 10-speed auto is going to get a rating of 3 beans. Next up is the cookie score. It's a rating of 1 to 5 cookies based on what you get for what you spend. It's assessment of value. And the 2SS trim level of the Camaro is going to get a rating of 4 cookies. It's incredible how much you get for a car that starts at $42,000. Now this one does have a couple options added to that 2SS package. It brings it to $47,000, but still, it's a bargain considering how fast this car is and how much you're getting on the interior with features and gadgets. Last up is the Penguin score. It is a rating of 1 to 5 penguins based on how much I personally like this car. And the Camaro SS is getting a rating of 3.5 penguins. I like this thing. I'm not a fan of this color. It's kind of bland for me. I think the Camaro deserves a much brighter and vibrant color, and they do offer some. But other than that, I'm a big fan. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you soon with another. Bye.